live here. Oh, I do.
James Vitore, James Vitore, James Vitore, James Vitore.
Burning Questions.
Yeah! Howdy, I'm James Vitore, and this is Burning Questions. And you know what? Actually, 2016, my biggest resolution, well, I don't have resolutions, you know that, but my biggest thought for 2016 is to make Burning Questions the best I can. We are really trying to talk to everybody we know, ask for help. Remember, help me, help me, help me. Ask for help all over the place and try to make this better and stronger and more meaningful, and stick around. We're working on it, working for you. Today, we got a question from Malaysia. How about that? And I made some notes, so I'm going to refer to my notes and I'm going to refer to my question because it's kind of long. So bear with me. Kevin from Malaysia. Dude, he says, I'm a designer, but I also teach at a university. I have a client I used to work with, but left due to differing beliefs and poor chemistry. Recently, he contacted me to design a logo for a rather low fee. I declined, and he suggested I get all my students to come up with a logo so he can choose the one he likes and pay basically $23. I immediately rejected until someone close to me said I'm being too self-righteous and depriving my students of the ability to make decisions for themselves because of my personal beliefs. I told the students about the project, and lo and behold, there are a surprising few who are willing to take on the job. Kevin, ow, dang, bad situation. Listen, first of all, you do have the rights. You do have the right to make decisions for your students because they're under your tutelage. They're under your protection. That's part of their training. That's part of the lesson, right? You do have that right. So, anyway, this is a question about spec work. Dun, dun, dun. You know, spec work is such a heated debate, and I don't know why. I don't know why. Listen, I do a lot of free, I'm a slut. I give a lot of stuff away. I give my time away. I give my effort away. I give my work away. Hell, this program for you is possibly free if you're not on Patreon. I give it away, all right? But I'm not dumb. I'm a professional. So this is a question about spec work. Spec work ruins everything. It's completely unprofessional and should be outlawed. And literally no other field works like that. Who else works like that? Nobody, right? Why do we? Why do we work like that? Is it that we are so insecure at heart that we just want to be loved? We just want someone to love us and love our work? Please, here, I'll do it for nothing. Are we so craving for other people's attention that we give it away for free? Or that we as creatives have never learned proper business procedures? We have such a low respect for ourselves and our work? Listen, these organizations, there are literally organizations, websites like Zupa Design Crowd, CrowdSpring, 99 Logos, pariah on the industry, parasites. They prey on inexperienced designers who are just looking for a paycheck. That's sad. Many designers complain they're not being treated professionally, but the problem is others will drop trowel for $23. These spec-based websites have no authority to be in the business. They're made by dull-eyed MBAs who are willing to make a living off of the insecure and the inexperienced designers. And I understand young designers wanting to do this kind of work to build up their portfolio, but their portfolio is going to be made of oatmeal. It's going to be made of crap, because part of doing the work is dealing with a client, right? And I've heard of agencies, big and small, real agencies like I can't say your names, who are pulling this stuff off because they see that we're willing to do it. That's the thing. So we're really in charge. We can say no, but we're willing to do it. You know, young designers, if you're doing this kind of bullshit for experience, the only experience you're going to get is how to yield, how to bend over, how to roll over for a paycheck. You'll never become a quality designer if you spend your time trying to please a capricious client. Oh, I'll know it when I see it. No, you'll know it when I give it to you. The client is not always right. Part of our work is finding our clients, the ones who work with us because of our talents and our gifts and our crazy opinions. We are not puzzle pieces that just fit into every single relationship. It doesn't work like that. When I was in my 20s, I couldn't just date every girl I saw. It didn't work like that. These are relationships too, professional relationships. It's the same thing. Find yours. Don't just try to please everybody. And Kevin, about the students who did jump ship. Listen, I hate to tell you, but you can't save all the little kittens. Right? Some of them are choosing this for various reasons. As short-sighted as they may be, you can't save them. They're going to find out that when you go out in search of $1, you're going to find $1. And that sometimes is just not enough. It's not enough. It's a short-sighted, unvisionary way to work. Is that a word? I think it's a word. It is now. So listen, the Spec Work thing is total crapola. It's totally unprofessional. Yeah, give your work away. It's okay to work for free. It's okay to work for lower than your usual budget. As long as it's your decision and not the client's decision. Logo competitions. No, we don't do that. Listen, if the whole industry just boycotted that stuff, we would shut these charlatans down, these fakes, these cheap jacks trying to make money off us, these untalented, I won't even go there. We can shut them down. Such a bunch of bullshit, I can't believe it. Hey, also, so I wrote to Kevin and I said, hey, listen, can't save all the little kittens. Sometimes when you write to Burning Questions, or write to me, I kind of just send a few initial notes and write back to you. I wrote to Kevin and I said, hey, you can't save all the little kittens. Too bad. Tell your client, tell your students that I'm let down. And I said, and your client's a dick. And he wrote back and he said, well, the client is family. And it's like, oh my God, that is so hilarious. That's even worse. That's a whole nother burning question right there. It's like, wait a minute, how is it that our families can be so cruel to us? Boggles my mind. Burning questions, burning them up. Listen, again, trying to make it better just for you. If you got suggestions, write them in down below. Make work that matters. Love something other than yourself, and have a damn opinion. That's probably the worst law. That's probably the law that you break when you're doing this kind of spec work, is you don't have an opinion. You are a leaf in the wind, and every time the wind blows, you're going to go over here, and the wind's blowing, you're going to go over here, and the wind blows, and you're going to go over here, and you will never have a career. You will have jobs. Jobs suck. You want a career. What you really want is a calling. But you're going to not even have a job. You're going to have a job, which means you're going to be at the whim of anybody who waves $1 in front of your nose. Okay, so burning questions. See you next week. I had so many things to say, notes and Kevin, you're doing the right thing. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. There are the ones that get away, but the other ones, those are the ones you pay attention to. Love you guys. Adios. Bye-bye.